Honda are the most successful constructor in MotoGP history, and they have won both the Riders and Constructors Championship 6 out of the last 8 times. However, they have been on a downward spiral since Marc Marquez suffered a near-career-ending injury at the opening race last year. They are currently second to last in the championship, and they didn't fare too well in the official testing in Barcelona either. Repsol Honda team manager Alberto Puig has now looked at the team's misfortune while addressing the media in Barcelona as quoted by GPOne. I'm your host Dillon Shelley, and first up on Moto World, Puig unable to find any positives for Honda. Puig began by speaking about both his riders crashing out in Barcelona last Sunday. If we talk about the crashes themselves, then the positive point is that both riders were unhurt and without consequences. Honda HRC is never looking for excuses, and neither are its riders. There is a problem, we have to fix it, and we are working on it. He then spoke about the next race in Germany. It's a circuit where our riders have always been fast, especially Marc. We all know his speed there, but at the moment we don't have the perfect circumstances to make a big step between races. I mean, from Barcelona to then achieve a great result in Germany. In any case, of course we will try. He then gave a very dejected look at their performance so far. From a performance point of view, there is not a positive point to be found at the moment. All we can say is that HRC and the team are 100% focused on solving these problems and trying to find solutions for our riders. He signed off by explaining when they will feel normal, despite MotoGP as a whole starting to get there. This weekend we saw the crowd return to the grandstands for the first time in 2021. Step by step, the overall situation is getting closer to normal for everyone, but for us, it won't be normal until we win again. Fast feed. Honda's Marc Marquez has divulged that in Catalunya he believed that it was the day to take a risk, because for him to just burn fuel and burn tyres riding for P12, P14 has no meaning. He, however, locked the front and he crashed, but of course he's not happy about the result, but he's happy about the way he did those 7 laps. He further added that he prefers to do a good 7 laps than just finish the race and stay on the bike. He was Marc, and for him it was the best 7 laps of the year. Retired MotoGP World Champion Jorge Lorenzo thinks that Marc Marquez is the best rider on the grid, a beast in many ways. Lorenzo added that Marc has a tough nut to crack now with Fabio Quartararo, but for sure when he recovers from his injury he will demonstrate it again. He also revealed that Marquez was the most difficult rival to beat, because Marc never gave up on any race, no matter what circumstance he was in. KTM team manager Mike Leitner has divulged that they looked further at the current race bike chassis during the Barcelona test. They also had one extra machine that was more of a prototype for the future. His rider Brad Binder added that it was just really to have their first impression of next year's bike and see exactly what they think so far. He further stated that it's still far from where it's going to be, but it gives them a good idea of what's going on. His teammate Miguel Oliveira also confirmed that there were a couple of prototypes, also parts, and they just tested them to get a comparison. He added that most of the things have already been tested by the test team and Dani Pedrosa, the test rider. They were just confirming or getting also their opinion on it and getting the job of just reporting the feedback on the track for the guys. Oliveira also confirmed that it was Dani Pedrosa who advised him to use the hard tyres, which proved instrumental in his victory last Sunday. Retired MotoGP champion Casey Stoner was one of the people who had suggested that Yamaha's Fabio Quartararo should have been black flagged in Barcelona. Quartararo in response has stated that if it had happened to Stoner 10 years ago, he sure would have not said anything. And due to the cancellation of a few races, Austin and Massano could feature 2 races each as per some reports. Is Dani Pedrosa's role instrumental in KTM's success? Head over to my community page to vote in the poll and let me know what you think in the comments. And if you liked this video, feel free to subscribe and check out my others for all the latest in the world of MotoGP.